Welcome to the Clarity Practice Podcast. I'm Gary McRae, the founder of the Clarity Practice, a fractional CMO, and a certified AI ethics and governance professional. Let's have a direct conversation today. No jargon, just the reality of what we are seeing in the market right now. If you are a senior leader, whether you're sitting in a boardroom in Singapore, managing a team in Hong Kong, or looking at your HR budget in Sydney, you are feeling a very specific type of pressure. It's the pressure of speed. You're being told that everything is changing, that AI is eating the world, and that if you don't integrate a large language model into your workflow by the third quarter, you're obsolete. And yet, when you look at your actual P&L or your team's actual output, you might be noticing a discrepancy. You are seeing a lot of activity, a lot of new tools. But are you seeing a proportional jump in value? Back in 1987, the Nobel laureate Robert Solow famously quipped, "You can see the computer age everywhere but in the productivity statistics." Now, context matters here. By 1987, we were already deep into the computer age. Personal computers were on desks. Mainframes had been running for decades, but the numbers were not moving. Economists call this the productivity paradox. The technology was visible, but the verifiable productivity wasn't there yet. Decades later, we are seeing a disturbingly similar pattern with the rush toward AI. The technology is everywhere, the hype is deafening, but the macro productivity statistics are lagging. Before we panic, we need to zoom out. I want to offer you some historical reassurance. This anxiety you're feeling, it isn't new. In fact, it is entirely predictable. We often talk about this AI moment as if it is an alien event, something without precedent. That is historically inaccurate. If you look at the history of industrial transformations, they all follow a violent pattern. Look at the first industrial revolution. When the steam engine arrived, it fundamentally changed the equation of value. It shifted power from human and animal muscle to mechanized systems. It didn't just change jobs, it undermined traditional guild structures in the old craft economy. The center of gravity moved decisively toward factories. The anxiety you feel looking at a generative AI prompt today is the exact same anxiety a master weaver in Manchester felt 200 years ago. Fast forward to the turn of the millennium, the dot-com bubble. If you're working in the year 2000, you remember the euphoria, you remember the companies with no revenue trading at insane valuations, and you remember the crash. At the time, the cynics said the digital era was over. They were wrong. What they missed was the infrastructure. During that bubble, companies laid millions of miles of fiber optic cable. When the bubble burst, the companies died, but the pipes stayed in the ground. That dark fiber, that cheap massive bandwidth, left behind a vast digital infrastructure. That infrastructure later became the foundation for cloud computing. It enabled the fintech wave, which has transformed payments and banking across Southeast Asia. And a few years later, technologies like blockchain and Bitcoin emerge on top of that same internet fabric, opening an entirely new chapter in digital finance. The crash didn't end the digital age, the surviving infrastructure matured it. So, bring that lens to today. Are we in an AI bubble? Perhaps. But the era is not going away. The driver for AI isn't just hype. It is a fundamental, long-term economic wish. For at least a century, a central current in industrial management has been the drive to reduce reliance on human variability and increase the reliability of automated systems. The question for you as a leader is no longer, which tool should I buy? It is, how do I structure my organization to handle this? This brings us to the concept of the cognitive enterprise. A cognitive enterprise is an organization where data, workflows, and expertise are architected to learn. But you cannot build a cognitive enterprise on top of a chaotic reactive mind. This is why, at the Clarity Practice, we are obsessive about the three-pillar clarity method. It is not a soft skill. It is an operating system for the cognitive enterprise. Pillar 1 is the strategic pause. In a world of AI speed, the ability to stop is your only competitive advantage. You need the discipline to step back and ask, is this output true? Is it useful? Is it safe? Pillar 2 is strategic clarity. This is about separating fact from assumption. In 1987, businesses assumed computers would instantly fix productivity. They were wrong. Today, people assume AI speed equals intelligence. We use structured frameworks to test those assumptions before you commit your budget. And finally, Pillar 3, visual reflection. When you're dealing with abstract concepts like neural networks or blockchain interoperability, words often fail. We use visual tools to map these complexities out. If you can't see the architecture of your problem, you can't solve it. The transition to a cognitive enterprise is messy, but it is inevitable. The leaders who survive this won't be the ones who bought the most tools. They will be the ones who had the clarity to see the pattern, the discipline to pause, and the courage to architect their business for the long term. Don't just chase the bubble, build the foundation. Thank you for listening. If you're ready to architect your own strategic pause, we are here to help you begin.